Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby Rose. Hey, if you're new. Today's video is a little bit more serious than other videos I've created, but I feel like it is a very important topic that I know a lot of knowledge about. So let's get into it. First off, a disclaimer, the weather today in New Plymouth is really bad, so I'm so sorry if the lighting is bad. And I should also add a trigger warning. We're going to be talking about mental health and possible suicide and all those topics. So if you feel like you're not mentally strong for this video, just click off it. But for those who are needing some inspiration of how to pick yourself back up, then I got you. So I'm not a professional in any way, but I have struggled with depression, anxiety, and PTSD for the last 10 years. So I feel like I'm very equipped. I have a lot of I feel like I have a lot of tips and knowledge that I've gained over the years to learn how to pull myself out of a really dark space, and I'd like to share them with you today because I feel like there might be someone listening that really needs to hear. Before we get into how to improve your mental health, I thought I would talk about my own personal journey and kind of my healing journey with it. So for those who do not know, I have lost my brother and my sister to mental health, and that is why today I feel like that is why I'm really open with talking about these topics and speaking on what I've gone through. I obviously wasn't able to save them, but maybe I can help someone else through these videos and sharing my life, hopefully. So that is why I'm open about talking about these topics. Life is always going to be up and down. You're always going to go through something in life, and so God puts us through certain things to learn lessons, and I definitely have learned a lot of lessons, but my mental health over the last 10 years have definitely been a roller coaster. And so I've learned when I actually stick to all these things that I'm going to talk about today, my mental health definitely is better. I'm grounded. I can survive. I also acknowledge how very real mental health is, and you know, people telling you like you're gonna be okay, you're right, you're fine, like you're strong, you can do this, sometimes isn't what you need to hear. I know how your mind will literally trick you otherwise. It's literally your brain versus you. And so I applaud anyone here who is struggling with mental health, because I know how exhausting it is to fight those thoughts every single day. Your brain is literally against you, telling you you're not good enough, you're gonna fail, you're this, you're that, everyone hates you. And that is really exhausting, and I'm so proud of you for being here today and making it this far. I almost got emotional. Gonna cry. I'm gonna cry for all of us because it's tough. Life is tough, and I am really proud of you. I'm also proud of myself. So first of all, we can all agree that New Zealand's mental health system is rubbish. I've heard so many people's experience with it, and even my own. One time I called the crisis line and the lady basically told me to chill out while I was having a panic attack because I didn't think I could handle being here anymore. But luckily I had a friend with me at the time, and I've had counselors tell me that they can't help me because her words said that I was too messed up, which kind of always stuck with me. I don't believe I'm messed up. I believe that I have experienced a lot of trauma that not everyone in life will probably experience, and that's okay because it has taught me so much, and now I'm able to share everything with you guys. And yeah, the New Zealand mental health system failed my brother and my sister, but also I believe us as a society failed my brother and my sister. And what I mean by that is that mental health was so taboo, and it still is today, honestly. But back then, like, nobody talked about it, and maybe if they did talk about mental health, things would be different for them if it was normalized. And so I believe that we need to have these conversations not just on social media, but also within our friend groups, with our family, even at the bar, because I know a lot of people that are going out every weekend are actually struggling a lot. A lot of people want to say it is normalized, but I don't think it is. It is amazing that people are opening up about anxiety and depression, but I also want to make it normal to talk about bipolar, borderline personality disorder, CPTSD, like schizophrenia, like all them, because I feel like there's still a huge stigma on that. So when we're talking about mental health, I feel like we shouldn't just focus on one group, we should be talking about all. It is so important for men to speak up. I know that a lot of men struggle with that they feel like they're seen as weak or not a real man if they speak up, but I think it makes you a real man. It is real bravery to speak up and tell your mates, to tell the world like, I'm not okay. But also women, because I feel like sometimes when we open up, we're being told we're being too dramatic, too sensitive, too emotional, we're on our period, but some of us are actually really struggling. So also parents and mothers, I feel like mothers will not open up. So please check on your mum friends, because they're worried about the consequences if they do open up and how they will be perceived and what can follow after that. So please check up on even fathers, single dads, single mums. Please check up on all your friends. Men, women, parents, we all just need to be honest. And I know it is so scary, but I will be the first one to say that the last couple months have been really, really hard for me. I have gone through a lot this year, and there's been so many moments that I have not been okay, and I have been quiet about it because I was worried about what people would think, if I was annoying. I didn't want to burden people with my issues. So I'm coming out today and to tell you guys that I haven't been completely okay the last couple of months, and yeah. But now I'm finding a lot of peace and strength and building myself back up and looking back at everything that I did in the past and gonna apply it now. So yeah, I'm starting to see improvement, but yeah, the last couple of months have been really hard because I became a full-time mum, single mum overnight, and that heartbreak was a lot to deal with, especially because it is your child and you don't ever want to see them go through anything like that. So yeah, that has probably been the toughest challenge I've gone through yet. But it has brought out a strength in me I've never seen before. I went straight to the bottom and rose up like a phoenix. So besides therapy, the number one thing I would do is shadow work. So essentially shadow work is your shadow self. We all have one, and it is basically a form of journaling. You'll get asked like a question and you write it out, and it'll be a really deep question that will kind of trigger and make you think. And I've learned as I write, things come out that I wasn't even aware of. And the first step is becoming aware of things, becoming aware of your limiting beliefs, your toxic patterns that you didn't even realize you were doing, because once you're aware, then you can change it. So I found that shadow work is really beneficial. I'm gonna make a whole video more in depth about shadow work, and for those who don't know how to start, I'm working on something at the moment to help you guys out, so stay tuned for that. Number two is something you've heard all the time, and that is healthy eating and fitness. I know you probably hear it all the time and your doctor probably says it. Going to the gym literally like saved my life. It is like therapy. If I'm not feeling okay, I go to the gym and then I release all those endorphins and then I feel so much better. But you don't have to go to the gym. The gym isn't for everyone, but finding out what works for you. So it could be daily walks, Pilates. Why did I do that? Pilates, skateboarding, horse riding, running, jogging, surfing, swimming. Just find out what you find fun and enjoy, because you're not going to stick to something if you don't enjoy it. So there's no point. But if you also love the gym, gym's good. So that's what I do personally. Yeah, and I feel like when you stick to a routine with it and a program, it definitely helps. And eating clean is very, very good for you. Your brain needs all those minerals to function. So yeah, also vitamins and drinking lots of water. Okay. The third one I feel like is so important, and it's not something you'd always think about, and that is the content you're consuming. So the movies, the music, the TikToks, the reels, the photos, the videos, the podcasts, whatever you're consuming really affects your mental health. I read somewhere that your brain doesn't actually know if it's happening on the TV or if in real life. So when you're watching a movie, it's going to trigger that flight or fight mode, which is not good if you're trying to heal your nervous system. And you're just kind of bringing more trauma into your life. So I personally will only watch things that are like funny or positive for the movies. With music, you want to stay away from music that is very negative and depressing. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes I will purposely play some sad music, shadow work, cry it out, let it all out, release it, and then stop and don't continue it. I feel like it's very healthy to feel things, and sometimes with music it does help us feel it, but not to always play sad music. Only when you're doing a little journaling and you need to release all those emotions. So you can find a lot of like positive spiritual playlists. I find even listening to like Christmas music, Mamma Mia, some classical hits, and really old school music, I feel, is the best music. This new age one where it's talking about like drinking, drugs, all that stuff, it's not the best for your little brain, so it's better to skip on that. And guys, the number one thing that I found that is triggering for me is being on Instagram and seeing the reels that are really depressing, but you do relate to them, so then you like them and you keep scrolling and things are coming up and it's triggering you. That's not good. So stop watching that content that is not going to help you, and try to get back your feed more positive. So I found if you search up something positive, motivation, fitness, spirituality, positive mindset stuff, and then you save them, you like them, you comment on it, it refreshes your page so that you'll only kind of see that stuff. That's what I try to do. Also listening to positive podcasts, motivational stuff, that really helps. Number 4 is, and this is what I'm telling myself, is no drinking. And I know, but it's really not good for you. I found that when you stop drinking, you do honestly feel better. The people that are going out every weekend are actually doing that to try to avoid something they don't want to feel. It's just putting a band-aid over the hurt, but then it's going to make things worse and you're not actually dealing with what's going on. It's a distraction. It's really not good, but I believe in balance. You can go out, but not every weekend, especially, oh my god, fly, yeah. You can go out, but not every weekend, especially if you're someone that deals with mental health. It is not good. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 is meditation. I know how important meditation and mindfulness is good for you. Even things like yoga and stuff to really clear your mind. It is hard to practice though, but once you get the hang of it, it does get easier. It's really good to clear your mind from all that chitter chatter Number 6 is manifestation. I feel like the law of attraction is really important if you have mental health, because the law of attraction is all focusing on having a positive mindset and being grateful, gratitude, focusing on the things you are grateful for. That is so powerful, because when you have mental health, your brain is telling you, oh, I wish I had that, or life doesn't look like this, I suck, everyone's having fun, I'm doing this. But instead of focusing on that, you focus on what you're grateful for. I'm so grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm so grateful I can have a healthy, warm meal. I'm so grateful I get to move my body and exercise. Like, that's amazing. I get to breathe. I get to live. Guys, we're on earth. We are living. We get to live. Isn't that so crazy that we are here? And we're also in a generation that we can change our circumstances. There is so much information out there. We are so blessed, guys. We're living! We're living! Okay, I think this is number 7, but that is having spiritual beliefs. So you can believe in God, the universe, whatever, but I feel like personally, I believe it's really important to have a spiritual practice, something you can come to ground you, to remember, to pray to be blessed. Yeah, your spiritual beliefs doesn't need to look like anyone else's. It can be personal to you, but finding that routine, I believe, really, really does help. Number 8 is to clean your space. So I know with depression and anxiety and with mental health, your room's gonna get messy, and that is okay. And please give yourself grace, don't judge yourself. We're all been there, we get into that little rut, things take over, but just get up, just clean it, just do it one day or one morning, just focus on cleaning your space. You'll feel so much better, and you'll actually be able to have a clear mindset. Is it they say like your physical is your inner? So you want a clean space to have a clean mental space. Yeah. Number 9, I think. Number 9 is going to be having goals and dreams. When you're kind of just going day by day, it can get hard. Things start to come up, thoughts start to come up. But if you have a goal, if you have a dream, then you have something to strive for, to work. What's that word? To work towards, to make things happen. Have a goal that you've been pushing off, or a dream that you told yourself you cannot achieve. Please get out your pen and paper. Write down that dream, write down that goal right now, and start making steps towards how you're going to get there. It's 2023. It's almost 2024. We can do this, and starting to get into a new year. You can achieve anything you put your mind to. Don't let your silly little brain to tell you that you cannot do it. I believe in you. You got it. 2024 for me is all about chasing my goals, chasing my dreams. I'm not going to let my brain win. We've got this together, guys. We can keep each other accountable. Comment down below if you feel like I've left something out that is really important, that helped you on your healing journey. But also, if you are struggling, my Instagram DMs are open. So please reach out. It's okay to not be okay. No matter who you are, just message me. We'll have a chat. Maybe we can meet up, have a coffee. We'll work through this. We got this. I want to read you guys something that really woke me up, because I know how much your brain can play tricks on you. And it was a reel on Instagram. It says, just a reminder, if your mind is playing tricks on you today, people love you and I'm proud of you. People want to be around you. People see your light and are inspired by it. When you leave the room, they talk about how lovely you are. The stranger at the store noticed your beauty and felt attracted to your aura. People want to be in your life. And that's all because you choose to be here another day. I'm proud of you. Gosh, it's really getting me in the feels. I feel like that really woke me up because, you know, sometimes you don't realize that inner voice is saying all these things and you start to believe it is you. It is the truth. So that's just a reminder to not believe the inner voice. And then there was something else. I think there was another quote and it said something like, if all your mistakes were erased, then you would be too. And that woke me up. Sometimes we beat ourselves up for the things we've done, especially if you weren't in the best space in your life and your mental health kind of took over and we feel guilty. But those are all lessons to learn, and mistakes teach us about who we are, and it really puts into perspective everything I've gone through is for a lesson. My pain has a purpose. It's created who I am, and I am grateful for that because I am so happy to be me. I have no ill intent for anyone. I have a pure heart. My intentions are pure. I try to be as kind as possible to everyone. I'm ready to learn from my mistakes. I want to help other people. I feel like if I had never gone through what I went through, I wouldn't be this way. I wouldn't have a softer heart to those people that some kind of mock, you know? And so kind of just take a look on everything you've gone through, all the mistakes you've made, everything you've learned through, and just really think about why you went through that. What lesson did you learn? And that's why shadow work is so good. It really gets out all that stuff. So I will make a video on that soon. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of hard to open up and be vulnerable in posting it out to the internet, so please let me know if you enjoyed it, like this video, subscribe, and stick around if you want to see more topics like this. I'm going to be talking about some deep things, some motivational things, some inspiring things. Yeah, I just really want to use my platform for stuff like that as well as fitness still and fashion and beauty, but I think it is important to talk about these topics. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye!